Hello, gentlemen. Today we're going to talk about one of the best blitzes in the entire game. As you saw in the preview, blitz goes crazy. If you don't block your running back, you're pretty much toast. And if you do block him, you do have a chance, but we'll talk about that part a little bit later. So the formation is going to be 3-3 cub. I'm in the 4-6 playbook right now. If you guys want a full list of playbooks that have 3-3 cub, I'll leave that in the description. But I'm in the 4-6 because you can audible down from 3-3 to 3-3 cub. If you're new to Madden, don't worry about this right now. For real, it's not important for the blitz. If you're a veteran of Madden, then yeah, you can do it if you want. But as far as 3-3 cub goes, this year it's ran a little bit differently. So what we're going to do is talk about the personnel on the defensive line real quick, because I think that's what's important. Not necessarily having safeties at outside linebacker. I don't think that's really too valuable here. So what I like to do is go to depth chart and then go to defensive line, left end or right end, it doesn't really matter. And then we want somebody at these positions that has good speed and acceleration. Now, Greg Russo is 83 speed, and we have better options, or we have faster options, I should say, like Leonard Floyd and Basham. However, I like Russo for a couple of reasons. First of all, he's a higher overall. He's a better player. He's taller, and he has better acceleration. Acceleration is going to be really important once you see how the blitz comes in. It's more important than speed, in my opinion. I'm willing to have 3 more acceleration than to have the 2 or 3 extra speed. Plus, he's taller. He has longer strides. So that's why I have Greg Russo in at that position. So basically, just prioritize acceleration as long as the speed is comparable to the other players around him. But yeah, enough about the personnel. Let's go ahead and talk about the actual setup. So nickel 3-3 cub. Like I said, description if you want all the playbooks with 3-3 cub in it. And the play we'll be using is Mike Blitz 0. And then we'll just go against like trips tight end or something, right? So let's start with sending off everybody into routes. So only 5 blockers. And what we're going to do for the setup is RB, R1 brings up this menu here. And then you do left stick down to pinch your entire defense. After you do that, go ahead and hit RB or R1 again. And then hit it one more time for quarterback contain. After you do that, what you're going to do is bring this middle linebacker down into the gap right about here. It's kind of between the center and the guard. Now, one thing I want to mention, you notice how our blitz angle goes straight down, literally straight down towards the quarterback. You're in the wrong gap if you're right here and he crosses over. You see how the angle is now to the other gap? That's not what you want. You want the blitz angle to go straight down just like this. After you do this, what you're going to do is let the computer blitz engage with the offensive line, and then you can pull back with your left stick. So let's go ahead, snap the ball, just like this, boom, blitz comes in. So let's go to instant replay. So you might be looking at this, and if you're a smart guy and you can count, you're going to realize this blitz isn't doing anything crazy. You're basically sending 6. So as you can see, count from left to right, you have 1, 2, 3, including our user, 4, 5, 6 versus 5 blockers. The part where it gets good is everybody is manned up, accounted for, and then you can drop back into coverage. The thing that you might notice is this safety here is pretty much cross-manned. So if the running back runs on a wheel or something, it could be bad for us. You can move the safety to about here if you really want. Since the setup is so quick, you can do that. But as you can see, if they don't block the running back, it comes in so fast. Like, they have to block the running back, in my opinion, or they have to have the fastest reads of all time and make no mistakes. So that's the blitz. It comes in super frequently. I mean, there's not much you can do about it unless they block the running back. And let's go ahead and talk about that. Let's block the running back. And what you're going to see is when you let the computer engage, he's going to run straight through the offensive line because they're now in different protection. The running back is going to pick you up just like this every single time. So what can you do when your opponent starts blocking your running back? Well, the answer isn't perfect because I know you guys still want the blitz to come in. Unfortunately, with this type of blitz, it's just not really going to work because you'd have to send extra people. And as you can see, everybody's manned up and you just can't do that. You can't just man up like the slot cornerback or blitz the slot cornerback that's man up to the slot receiver. Like you can't do that. So the answer is you have to start playing the chess match. And what I mean by that is you can't just keep sending this blitz over and over. Once they start blocking the running back, you've won. Like they have to keep the running back in, and now you can just kind of adjust to everything else. So you start dropping these outside linebackers. Now, if you do audible down from 3-3, you do have safeties, and you can just kind of like cross man them everywhere. But in this case, you know, you could put these linebackers, these outside linebackers in like curl flats. And then right here, we don't need these contains anymore. So we can just crash up. I don't know why that guy is considered a defensive lineman, but he is. And you can run something like this, right? So now at this point, we can put like our curl flats on 10 yards or whatever we want. And they're not sending the running back out anymore. So like right here, you can maybe do this, right? And then what you do at this point is you can just watch the running back yourself. So let's go ahead and see if he stays in. He stays in. Okay, he stays in. Now we can just use for everything else. And look, literally nothing's open. Like you can't do anything. And that's how you've won if you start getting them to block the running back, because at that point, they're so scared of the blitz that they're going to keep blocking him every single time. If it's a good player, he'll kind of realize this and he'll maybe start sending him out again. But most people aren't going to do that. And as you can see, nothing is open. Everything is bagged. So yeah, as you can see, it's a very simple, effective defense to run. It's going to give a vast majority of players a problem. And it doesn't really get complex for you until you start dropping guys into coverage. And that's the last thing I want to talk about before I end the video, because that is where it gets advanced. I did talk about it earlier in regards to the audible down from 3-3. The reason it's important is if you come out in 3-3 cub and you hit D-pad left twice, it brings up your defensive line menu, hit X, you do right stick up for man coverage, you're going to see that you cannot man up that outside linebacker on the trip side to any of those receivers. And that is kind of useless. Like, I don't want to man him up to the tight end. I don't want to man him up to the running back. He's on the wrong side of the field. Cross man can be useful, but in most cases, you want him to man up to somebody on the same side. So how do you do that? Like I talked about earlier, audible down from 3-3. So you can put safeties by hitting wired triangle at this menu, and then just kind of like putting safeties here at this position. So I already have DeMar Hamlin in there, and then we can just go ahead and pick any play you want, and then hit extra square, D-pad right, and then hit Y for Mike Blitz 0, as long as that's where you have Mike Blitz 0 in your audibles. And then we do D-pad right now for linebacker menu, X, right stick up, and then we can man them up to trips receivers now. So like man them up to B, for instance. And then you can do like something like this, right? Actually, would do something maybe more like this, right? And this is going to be really good. And it's kind of like the same thing we talked about earlier. And we still get the jam on that trips receiver. All because we can man up that outside linebacker now, which is a safety, onto that inside trips receiver. So this is a really good adjustment for people who like to play trips. As you can see, everything's still taken away. So yeah, I just wanted to go kind of in depth with this so you guys have answers when problems do arise for you with this blitz. But overall, guys, very simple and straightforward, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please drop a like if you did. Let's get this video to 200 likes, and I will drop a run defense that's actually meant for like strong close and I-form close and all that kind of stuff. I know a lot of people are struggling with run defense right now. Anyways, that's it for the video. Make sure to subscribe for more Madden 24 content. I'm dropping videos daily. And then look out this weekend on acemadden.com for an offense and a defense that's definitely going to help you guys win more games. It's going to provide you structure, and it's just going to be, the game's going to be on easy mode for you once we drop those ebooks. So check that out on acemadden.com. Become a member with code ACE for 15% off. I'll see you guys tomorrow.